Imagine this. Somewhere, right now, someone is waking up and silently doing the same small 5-minute ritual that changed the course of their life. A ritual so simple you could overlook it, so quick you might dismiss it, but powerful enough to build legends. This habit isn't glamorous. It won't earn you likes. You can't post a picture of it, and no one will applaud when you do it. Yet the greatest performers in history, athletes, inventors, artists, generals, entrepreneurs, relied on this tiny daily practice. And today, you're going to learn it. Because if you can give this habit just 5 minutes a day, it can change the trajectory of your entire life. Part 1. The myth of big leaps. We love stories about massive turning points. The miracle shot, the billion-dollar idea, the overnight transformation. But those stories are lies. Not lies because they didn't happen. Lies because of what they leave out. They skip the boring parts, the invisible parts, the small, repeatable choices that built the foundation. If you study anyone society calls great, you start noticing a pattern. For every medal, every invention, every masterpiece, there were hundreds, sometimes thousands, of tiny unsexy moments behind the scenes. Moments nobody saw, moments nobody praised, moments that took about 5 minutes. So what is this habit? And why do so many legends credit it as a turning point of their lives? Let me take you to the beginning. Part 2. The habit you've heard of, but never mastered. The habit is simple, ridiculously simple. It's the daily act of intentional reflection and direction. In plain English, 5 minutes of focused thinking. Not scrolling, not overplanning, not fantasizing, just thinking with purpose. 5 minutes to step outside the noise of life and realign your direction. Now, before you click away, saying, seriously? Thinking? Let me show you why this is the most powerful tool you have. Because reflection is not passive. When done right, reflection changes decisions. Decisions change actions. Actions change habits. Habits build identity. And identity shapes destiny. 5 minutes. A pen. A quiet corner. And 4 questions. That's it. But before we walk through the questions, let's look at why this works and why legends never skip it. Part 3. Why 5 minutes of reflection creates giants. Most people live reactively. Legends live deliberately. Every day, the world tries to control your time. Notifications, responsibilities, noise, demands, pulling you in every direction. Most people live life like a pinball, bouncing from one reaction to the next. But the people who rise above the noise, the people who create impact, they design their direction before the world pulls them off course. 5 minutes of reflection puts you back in the driver's seat. You can't improve what you don't notice. Every day, you repeat tiny behaviors that either push you forward or hold you back. Most go unnoticed. Reflection exposes patterns. Patterns reveal leverage. Leverage creates momentum. Small hinges swing big doors. The brain aligns around clarity. An unfocused mind feels stressed. A clear mind feels powerful. Taking a few minutes to reflect sharpens your goals, reconnects you with your values, and reignites your motivation. It's like sharpening an axe before cutting wood. 5 minutes of preparation saves hours of wasted effort. Reason 4. Identity is not found. It is shaped. Every day you reflect, you reinforce one message to yourself. I am a person who grows. I am a person with direction. I am a person who chooses rather than drifts. Even if the reflection is messy, especially if it's messy, it strengthens your identity as someone who is conscious, intentional, and improving. This is how legends are built, not through the big moments, but through tiny, private acts of clarity. Part 4. Real stories, real legends. Let's look at a few examples. Theodore Roosevelt, while juggling the presidency, family, politics, and writing, set aside daily quiet time to reflect and plan. Those minutes created the structure that sustained his insane productivity. Serena Williams, during competition seasons, wrote down short reflections after practice. What worked, what didn't, what to try tomorrow. Those reflections built an empire of mastery. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, wrote in his journal each morning, not for publication, not for praise, but to strengthen his mind. His thoughts became meditations, one of the most important books in history. Every one of these giants had access to trainers, money, teachers, advisors. But their most transformative tool? Their own mind, sharpened for a few minutes each day. Part 5. The simple 5-minute process. So how do you do it? Here's the exact 5-minute routine that will change your life. Ask, what did I do yesterday that made me better? This trains your brain to recognize progress, even small progress, because most of your growth is invisible while it's happening. This step builds confidence, because confidence comes from proof, not pep talks. Ask, what slowed me down or distracted me? No judgment, no guilt, just awareness. This is where breakthroughs happen. When you identify the tiny friction points in your day, improvement becomes simple. Ask, what is the single most important thing today? Not 10 goals, not a giant to-do list. Just one thing, one mission that, if completed, makes the day meaningful and successful. This step is how you stop drifting and start directing. Ask, who do I want to be today? Not what you want to achieve, who you want to be. Strong, patient, disciplined, creative, focused, kind, courageous. Character drives choices. Choices drive results. This question shapes your identity in real time. Part 6. Why 5 minutes works when hours don't. You might wonder, why not 30 minutes? An hour? A full self-improvement routine? Because the magic isn't in the duration. The magic is in the consistency. Anyone can do something once. Few people do something daily. Fewer still do something daily that has no external reward. A 5-minute habit is almost impossible to skip. There's no excuse. You can do it half asleep. You can do it in the car. You can do it in the shower. But those 5 minutes compound like interest. 5 minutes today. 5 tomorrow. 5 for a week, a month, a year. By the time a year passes, you reflect for over 30 hours, not by force, but by consistency. And what you get in return? Clarity, direction, discipline, identity, momentum. This is the math of mastery. Part 7. What happens when you skip it? The moment you stop reflecting, you stop self-correcting. You start drifting. You let momentum die. Days blur together. You react instead of direct. Your goals fade to the background. Your habits slide. Your motivation weakens. 5 minutes a day prevents all of that. It keeps you aligned. It keeps you conscious. It keeps you in motion. Part 8. The real reason legends do this. If you ask world-class performers why they reflect daily, they'll tell you something interesting. It's not about productivity. It's not about efficiency. It's not even about success. It's about becoming the kind of person who does not waste their life. People who rise to greatness know this truth. Life is not long. Opportunities are not infinite. Time will not slow down for you. If you did, make sure like and subscribe to our channel for future updates. See you in the next video.